For the first time in 17 years, the American College of Sports Medicine has updated its resistance training guidelines. They analyze data from over 30,000 adults across 137 systematic reviews to determine exactly how humans build muscle. The baseline data is highly consistent. Performing any form of resistance training twice a week reliably improves overall health, gait speed, and balance, regardless of the specific exercises chosen. Hitting that minimal effective dose guarantees a foundation of physical capability, but optimizing for specific adaptations, like maximum strength, size, or explosive power, requires applying distinct FIT prescriptions. FIT stands for frequency, intensity, time, and type, the four basic variables used to structure an exercise program. Generating maximum force requires a specific approach to intensity. The central metric for this is the 1 repetition maximum, or 1 RM. The 1 RM is the absolute maximum amount of weight a person can lift for a single repetition of a given exercise. To maximize pure strength, use heavy loads of 80% or more of your 1 RM for 2 to 3 sets per session. These must be performed through a complete range of motion and at the beginning of the workout while the nervous system is fresh. Building pure strength relies on managing high neurological load and correct exercise sequencing. It is an adaptation to intense mechanical tension, not the result of performing endless, fatiguing repetitions. If the goal is hypertrophy, or increasing muscle size, the protocol shifts entirely. The biological mechanism that drives muscle growth responds to a different set of stimuli than raw strength. As the matrix shifts to hypertrophy, the emphasis moves to aggregate weekly volume. The optimal target is 10 or more sets per muscle group every week, paired with a focus on eccentric overload. An eccentric muscle contraction is the lengthening or lowering phase of a movement, like bringing a barbell back down to your chest during a bench press. The synthesized data also contradicts a deeply entrenched piece of gym culture. Pushing sets to the point of momentary muscular failure is entirely unnecessary for optimal growth. Increasing muscle mass requires accumulating a sufficient weekly workload. That cumulative volume stimulates growth far more effectively than maximizing the weight on the bar or reaching absolute physical exhaustion in a single session. Power is the combination of speed and force. The ACSM data shows that training for power translates exceptionally well to real-world agility, walking speed, and overall physical function across age groups. Returning to the matrix, power requires weights between 30 and 70% of your 1 RM. You must execute the concentric or lifting phase as fast as possible. Finally, a strict mathematical cap applies. Total repetitions multiplied by sets must be 24 or less. Maximizing physical power requires the nervous system to remain fresh and explosive. In this domain, accumulating fatigue directly degrades both speed and functional adaptation. Synthesizing 137 systematic reviews also reveals exactly which variables do not consistently impact major muscular adaptations. The data definitively crosses out several common complexities: strict interset rest intervals, training on unstable surfaces, pushing to absolute failure, and complex periodization models show no reliable advantage for the average healthy adult. Periodization is the practice of dividing a long-term training program into distinct, changing phases to force continuous adaptation. The core directive is to ignore the noise. Identify your specific physical goal, apply the corresponding load and volume matrix, hit the minimum data-backed requirements, and prioritize consistent adherence over unnecessary complexity.